Hey y'all, it's July the 21st, 2017, and as you well know, this is my Here Response video, alright, to a live stream, and I was just watching it. Thing is, before I even get started, I want to let you know it's Someblackguy on YouTube. I think it's all one word, if I'm not mistaken. It's Someblackguy on YouTube. He was having a live stream, and I like to catch him sometimes. He just happens to have him at the right time. It's Friday evening, alright, 7:54 in the PM. I was just watching his live stream that he was doing. I really enjoy it. The thing is, I find Someblackguy to be pretty talented. I enjoy his live streams in particular. And he'll be talking to other people who I don't necessarily hear from on his live stream. And that's cool too, because I get to see another different person talk about whatever. He was talking just now, actually, with a MrRepzion. Right? And I'm familiar with MrRepzion because I've heard of him having beefs with certain people, so I've heard of him, but I've never really seen him before. And he was on the live stream with Someblackguy, right? And their topic of the day, the title of the broadcast, the podcast, or whatever it is, the title of the live stream was about mental health, mental health awareness, right? And I believe a big inspiration for the live stream broadcast was having to do with that Linkin Park singer who allegedly hanged himself, right? And then he had mental health problems and stuff, and so they're trying to spread awareness. And the thing is, I commend them for doing that, dude. I really do. I appreciate them for doing that with the mental health awareness. But here's the thing. I was watching the live stream, and I only got to see, I got to see a good chunk of it, but I only got to see a chunk of it, right? And while I was on the live stream, I couldn't help but notice that Someblackguy, he was talking about a problem that I've only heard so many times. Like, I've heard it over and over and over again. In fact, I've lived it, right? Someblackguy was talking about how the fact is that he's got relationship problems, dude. And he's trying to figure out, dang it, is it me? Are these girls out here tripping? Oh man, it's kind of messed up. And Someblackguy, just like anybody else, just like myself, for example, just like everybody, he gets lonely. Sometimes he gets kind of depressed and stuff because he can't figure it out. He can't figure out what's going on with me and these ladies. I keep getting in a relationship with ladies, and I'm sure they're very attractive and all that. And he, you know what I'm saying? Someblackguy, I'm sure he feels for these ladies and stuff. And then at some point, relationship falls apart, and he notices that pattern arising, right? And let you know from personal experience, I know exactly what that can be like, alright? You wonder what the heck's going on and stuff, man. Is it me? Is it me? And actually, the short answer that I have to give you is, yeah, it's you. It really is. But the thing is, I want to elaborate on that, because I'm aware that a lot of people, they go to therapists, and as you might already know on this channel, we encourage that sort of thing, man. Go get some therapy, but I don't know why you're paying for it. I don't know why you would pay money for it, but therapy is a good idea. Yeah, do that. I'm a fan of that. But here's the thing. Like I said, I have a short answer for you, and the answer is yes, you are actually the creator of this problem, I'm afraid, right? But I want to help you out with that, because here's the thing. I also had that problem, or I had that problem, basically, because I kept sabotaging myself, and this is what most people do. They sabotage themselves, man. They don't realize what they're doing, exactly. And then they slide down a slippery slope, and, they end up in a situation where there's been multiple relationships went down the drain in kind of similar fashion, and they're wondering, there seems like it's a pattern going on. I wonder if it's me. And the answer, actually, the short answer is yes, it's always you. It is always you. But the thing is, you can rectify the situation. In fact, anybody can rectify the situation, man. I believe in y'all. I think you can do it. The thing is, if I can do it, I believe anybody can do it. Alright, so I want to explain to you how it is that I've been able to overcome this, and how it is that human beings are actually all designed to overcome the situation. Like, this mental health crisis and epidemic is going on. It's very real, but we could opt out of it if we wanted to. Alright, I'll show you how. Do not have premarital sex. Don't do it. Do not do that. Alright, because it's going to ruin everything. Most people, they said the opposite. They said, man, it's alright, you can go ahead and, don't talk about it, but you know what I'm saying, that's what you do. You do it behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? You do it behind closed doors, man. Try not to get caught, stuff like that. Try not to make babies and stuff like that. We all been taught this. I was taught this. This is what I lived for the great majority of my life, man. 25 plus years, man, to be honest with you. This is what I was being taught. That's what I accepted. And I know it doesn't make sense yet, but this is where the mental health problems, especially the relationship problems, go south. Alright, they are going to turn destructive on you. You're not going to know up and down, dude. It's going to totally get you all in maybe anger or at least confusion. You're not going to understand. You're going to be bewildered. How is this happening? Alright, thing is, we've all been taught this. Alright, I was definitely taught this, and I went down that slippery slope. Alright, I might have had a cool demeanor about myself and stuff. I might be able to talk to this and that girl or whatever and stuff, but ultimately, dude, I was led down a slippery slope, a bad path, a dark path, and it led to what very well could be described as a mental health issue, or what was a mental health issue. Alright, in regards to, I didn't know what was up and down, dude. I was like, dude, how are these relationships, how are they totally deteriorating every single time the same way? How is that happening? I had to think about it. Truth is, something that very few people will tell you, and out of those people who would tell you it, very few of those people actually live it. Alright? The truth is, the origination of this whole problem, this whole mental health problem, is premarital sex. And of course you've been lied to. You've been lied to by almost everybody. Country music, rap music, it doesn't matter what kind of music, really. Your public school, your parents, everybody's been lying, saying, you know what, you can do the premarital sex, man. It's gonna be alright, dude. Don't even worry about it. Don't you even worry about it. Alright, you're gonna be alright. Meanwhile, a lot of us are ending up not alright. In fact, there's some people out there with all sort of money and fame and you know, prestige and stuff, man. All sorts of celebrities and stuff, and they succumb to this just like everybody else. Mental health problems, having relationship problems. And I can't say if that actually applies to the Linkin Park singer. I really don't know any of the details. But I do know that Someblackguy brought it up. It was definitely on his mind, relationship problems, alright? So I want to bring this up. Premarital sex, all that whole thing that's been written about in the Bible. You don't like the Bible, I understand. Right? And I'm not clowning on you, because here's the thing, you have way more subscribers. To me, I feel like you have a lot of talent. I hope you have like 10,000 more times more subscribers than I ever have. It really doesn't matter. I'm not here to help you, because here's the thing, human beings, we're not designed that way. I mean, we kind of are designed that way, and in that, you know, we see physical bodies that we like and stuff, and you know, we start thinking about things. We're like, oh my gosh, what if I had that body next to me and stuff? What if, and then you become like that little creature from Lord of the Rings, and you're like, oh, my precious, I'm gonna get some of that. And so that's how we all become, alright, naturally, as human beings. We look at them and we say, oh, I want to get that. See, that is the spark of the mental health problem. I can promise you that, because when you turn like this, like, and you're starting to plot, you're in the corner looking at whoever you're looking at, and you're like, gonna get that along, and stuff. That is the start of it. And even if you can play it cool, and some of us can, some of us can't, even if you can play it cool with this lady, does not matter. It's going on in the back of your head, like, what if I do this and stuff. That's what's going on in your head, and you're not being honest with this person who you're communicating with. Everything's behind the scenes. You're keeping it all cool. You're talking to her about whatever, and the thing is, in the back of your mind, you're like, That's the thing about it, and that's bad. I want to just explain to you real quick, and you probably won't believe me on this, but the thing is, human beings, their bodies aren't designed to do that, right? Whether or not there is premarital sex, it almost doesn't matter, right? The relevancy behind that can be negated when you really think about it, right? The premarital sex in and of itself, right? I mean, shoot, the mental health problem begins way back at the first time you thought, when you were having those thoughts in your mind, and I know you did, alright? When you were having those thoughts in your mind, this is what created unnaturalness. See where I'm going with this? You had to hide something behind a mask of what you're thinking about, because you want to get something. What do you want to get? Yeah, that's what you want to get. But however, you're not going to marry this person. See where I'm going with this? You already know in your head, I ain't marrying this person. Not now, at least. But off in the other corner of your mind, you think, making all sort of perverted noises. I've been there. I've done that. I've lived that. I've thought that. In the back of my head, this is what creates the mental health situation. And now we're talking about people who are very smart people, like I said, very successful, extremely talented, and yet and still, they're still having this problem of, why aren't these relationships coming to fruition or whatever? It's because in the back of your mind, you're wanting something that doesn't belong to you. And you had to plot in the back of your mind to get it. And you're probably why I'm getting it. But the thing is, you had to plot. And the thing is, she's probably plotting too. And what you don't understand is, like, as far as the legal system, she's much more dangerous when it comes to her plotting. Alright, I'm not even going to get into detail. But these ladies out here, they be plotting too. They want that premarital sex just as much, if not even more than you. Right? You understand that? Right? It's extremely hard to meet a girl who sincerely does not wholeheartedly believe in premarital sex. I promise you that. Alright? So, you got it in your head. You were doing all this in the back of your mind. Right? But you weren't being natural. Because if you were being natural, everything would be all up front on your face. You're being sincere. You're not hiding something. Alright? You act naturally. And it took me dang near 30 years of my whole life to figure that out, you guys. Dang near 30 years of my life. But the thing is, for the past few years, I've just been skating, dude. Like, I've been having the time of my life, to be honest with you, as far as, like, having, say, the confidence that most people don't have around girls, especially very good-looking girls. I have to explain to you, for some reason, I talk to attractive girls much, much easier than I talk to unattractive girls. It's always been a problem with me, but the thing is, at this point in my life, I can talk to any girl just however I want, just as natural as I want. I say whatever I want, and the thing is, I do whatever I want. Everything, you could tell my agenda is right there on my face. And the problem with that is, my agenda is not to have sex anymore with any of these ladies around here. That is not, there's no more corner to my mind on that. There is no more plotting. Right? There's no need to plot, dude. I'm not worried. I'm not nervous. I'm not going to ask this girl on a date or something. I talk to any kind of girl. I'll talk to any kind of girl in front of her boyfriend. With absolutely, you'd be surprised, man. You would I know you can't tell from this channel, but I can be real smooth if I want to. Just if I want to. Right? And I'll talk at length with any kind of girl at all, dude. And it's not even a problem for me. Why? Because I don't even want the premarital sex no more. I don't have to plot or anything like that. I could be completely natural with this person. Alright, you might be out there. You might want a wife and stuff one day, alright? You might be thinking about that. Maybe that's why you're thinking about that, some black guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why you're thinking, because you want a wife one day and you want children. I don't blame you. In fact, I want you to have that, some black guy. I want you to have that wife and children. Alright, but the thing is, we're messing up. You want the best possible wife that you could ever have, you need to be absolutely natural. Not nervous at all, no anxiety. You need to show that you're a man. And guess what, some black guy? You are a man. You get shit done. You earn money on the internet. You go to all these events. You do these speeches and you talk on the internet. And I swear you're making all sort of good money. And you have so much more promise to make more good money. And not only money, but actually make a difference. I feel like you make a difference here. I feel like you're making a lot of good points, dude. And I support you. Alright? But at the same time, dude, this is the problem. You could ignore the problem, and most people will. But if you want the best, absolute best prospect for you as a wife that you're going to have children with, if you want the best kind, and you want to act smooth, and you want to be natural, and you want that woman to basically worship you, if that's what you want, you're going to have to skip that premarital sex. I know that is a tough pill to swallow. But that's the word of God, dude, to be honest with you. If you want your life to all fall in line, go ahead and just dive into it and stuff. If you want to continue down this path, perhaps pay therapists and stuff, all sort of money. That's what you want to do. Well, then you just keep doing what pop culture tells you to do, public schools tell you to do, all these grown folks out here tell you to do. And keep diving in, man. That premarital sex will get you, alright? It's written down in the book. Anyways, it's July the 21st, 2017. And I'll holler at y'all.